Chronicles is made possible in part by Acer America, proud supporters of intelligent programming, computer or otherwise. Additional funding provided by the employees of AdaptTech, connecting the coolest, the hottest, the latest emerging technologies, global solutions through silicon design and software engineering. At AdaptTech, we connect the world. And by Intel, the computer inside.
All right, surfers, suits, boot up, start your brains. We're ready to play the Computer Bowl. Heidi, you can ask the first question.
A popular term being used on the internet these days is in fact a Sanskrit word that means the visible form that the gods take on earth. What is this internet?
Avatar. Wait, please, you have to wait till I call on you. I'll give this. First time you get one mistake, that's it. Steve Blank West says... Avatar. And he's right. 10 points for the West. Go ahead, Heidi.
Earlier this year, chess champion Garry Kasparov beat IBM's Deep Blue chess playing program in a highly publicized battle of man versus computer. Man, of course, won. In games, what is the final score of the match?
Final score of the Kasparov Deep Blue match. You have 15 seconds to come up with an answer, Steve West.
3.5 to 1.5.
Yeah, it was 3 to 1 with 2 draws. That's why I think that was close enough. All right, now. That's correct. That's correct. Pay attention to the video screen right now. You're going to see some information. In last year's America's Cup sailing races in San Diego, the team called A3 got a lot of attention because its crew consisted of all women. It also got a lot of press because of the computers it used on board. What kind of computers did the A3 team use? Paul Gillen East?
Hewlett-Packard.
That's correct. 10 points for the East. Well done. All right. This is the first of our several bonus rounds in which each team gets a chance to score 30 points. We're going to start with the East Coast over here. So this is only for the East Coast. Each team gets 2 chances to do this. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You can consult, only answer through your captain. You've got 15 seconds after each question. These are 3 questions about the Internet. There is a popular website called the Big Red Button that doesn't do anything. If you go to that website and click on the button, what happens? The Supreme Court here. 15 seconds. Nobody's gone to that site. Paul.
Nothing.
Right, 10 points. All right, you're doing great. On the Infinet website, they list the cool site of the day, as you may know. Well, they also listed the cool site of the year for 1995. I want to know, what was the Infinet cool site of the year? Was it, here's a choice, the Nuke, the Spot, Netscape, or Yahoo? You've got 15 seconds. What did Infinet name as the coolest website of 95?
The Spot.
The Spot is right. Another 10 points. Okay. All right, you got 20. Here's your last chance to a clean sweep here for 30 points. With the tremendous growth of the web, as you know, tens of thousands of websites have gone up in the last year. Of the following 3 websites, which one is not a real one? The Bureau of Missing Socks, Wombats Who Speak Esperanto, the House of Sacred Squirrels. Which of those is not a website? Where's a good search engine when you need one?
The House of Sacred Squirrels.
No, I'm sorry. Wombats Who Speak Esperanto. You can actually log on to the House of Sacred Squirrels. Okay, let's take a look at the score. It is East Coast ahead by 30 to 20. All right, let's keep going. Now we have our first celebrity video question. For this year's Computer Bowl, we've gathered several industry leaders, and they're going to directly ask you some questions. Our first celebrity question is from the CEO and chairman of Apple Computer, Gil Amelio.
Hello. During 1984, Apple ran its futuristic commercial during the Super Bowl. Who was the director of that commercial? Was it Steven Spielberg,
Hold it. Stop the tape. Stop
Ridley
the tape.
Scott.
Stop the tape, please. Ted has buzzed.
Jan de Bont.
Stop the tape, Ted.
Ridley Scott.
That's correct. All right, well done. Go ahead, Heidi.
We all know about the Silicon Valley in California, the Silicon Gulch in Texas, and the Silicon Glen in Scotland. But what is the common name used for the Willamette Valley high-tech area that stretches from Portland to Eugene, Oregon?
West, Eric?
Silicon Forest.
You got it. 10 points for the West. Whoa. All right, that's the end of round one. The score is East Coast 40, West Coast 30. We'll be right back. All right, let's get going with round two, Heidi.
Many of today's PC users had their first experience using the Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 1 computer. What processor chip was used?
Steve West.
Z80.
That's correct. Zilog Z80. All right, another 10. We got a hot game going here. This man creates a popular Paul Gillen East.
Scott Adams.
Afraid that's not enough because I didn't finish answering the question, so somebody on the West will hear the whole question, get a chance. This computer strip pokes fun at computers. Name the artist and his comic strip. Yes, go ahead, Dave.
Scott Adams, Dilbert.
You got it. Sometimes you gamble and you lose. Okay, Heidi, ask the next question.
In Internet URL addresses, what single prefix character is often used to indicate the home directory of the user? Is it the @ sign, the % sign?
Eric on the West?
Tilde.
That's right. 10 for the West. All right. West is pulling ahead here, 60-40. All right. Well, West, you've got a chance to get a little more here. It's your turn for a bonus round right now. Chance to get 30 points, really move ahead. So get together, hustle. Only Steve can answer. What a team. Okay. PC Data publishes an annual report on the overall best-selling CD-ROM titles for each year. In the year 1995, I want to ask you for 10 points each. Can you name 3 of the top 5 best-selling CD-ROMs in all categories? I'll give you 15 seconds to think about each answer. First of all, can you name 1 of the top 5 best-selling CDs from last year? Each one will be worth 10 points. So give me your first shot. We've got a couple seconds left. I'll need Steve to answer. When you're ready, go ahead, Steve.
Mist for games.
Mist is 1. Okay, 10 points. All right, you got 2 shots to go. Can you come up with a second of the top 5 CD-ROMs?
In Carter for reference.
That is not correct. Oh. Think carefully, and I got one more shot now for another 10 points. Can you name another one of the top 5 best-selling CD-ROMs from last year? Mist was 1.
Can we pick from the same category again?
All categories. Doesn't matter. All categories. Any CD-ROM. Doesn't matter. Business games. Doesn't matter. Overall, best-selling, and your time is up.
Lion King for edutainment.
No, I'm afraid not. You had lots of choices. Dark Forces, Print Shop Deluxe, Doom 2, and the D-Zone Collector's Edition. They were the top 5. All right, you got 10 points out of that. Not so bad. West Coast is still ahead 70-40.
Advertising on the World Wide Web is becoming an increasingly popular activity. What website earned the most advertising dollars in 1995?
Magdalena?
That's good.
That's correct. All right, another 10 for the West. All right, our next celebrity question for this Computer Bowl is going to come from Yahoo's chief Yahoo, Jerry Yang, and here's his question.
What or whom was the original Yahoo server named after?
This is trivia. Okay, Paul East.
It's an acronym. Yahoo is an acronym.
That's not what the question was. That's not what the
how could it be named after someone if it's an
That's not what the
acronym?
question was. Anybody want to take a shot here? Go ahead, Eric.
Yet another hooligan?
No. It was called Akibono, who was a sumo wrestler from Hawaii. That's what the server was called. Of course.
We knew that.
Heidi, go ahead.
The word computer has become an international term to describe today's computing devices. But in France, they still use their own word for computer.
East Coast Paul.
Ordinateur.
You got it. 10 points for the East. Okay.
Computer programmers sometimes hide little surprises inside their software that can be accessed only by pressing some unusual combination of keys. There's a commonly used name.
West Coast Steve blank.
Easter egg.
Right, all right, 10 points. Well done.
What company owns the rights to the name Big Blue?
Obviously a difficult question. Okay, Dave?
IBM.
That is not the answer. This is a trick question. Anybody from the East? Like anybody from IBM, like Paul?
It's a company called Big Blue.
Right.
There are several accepted protocols for interfacing expansion cards with personal computers. One of those standards is referred to by the acronym EISA. What do those letters stand for?
East Coast Paul?
Extended Industry Standard Architecture.
What an easy question. 10 points for the East. All right. All right. 90 to 70 the score right now. Let's go, Heidi.
Industrial robots are common today, but back in 1954, one of the robotic pioneers was inventor George Devol. What did Devol get his patent for? Was it a robot that could play checkers, a robot head with electronic eyes, a robot arm, or a robot that played the piano?
What did George Devol get his robot patent for? One of those. East Coast Steve.
A robot that played checkers.
That is not correct. Anybody want to give it a shot on the West Coast? Go ahead, Gordon.
Robot arm.
Right, it was a robot arm, all right. They break the 100 mark point. It's 100 to 70 favor the West. Go ahead, Heidi.
While commercial cellular phone service was only introduced in 1983, the idea of a cell phone was first conceived at Bell Labs long before that. In what decade was the cell phone first worked on? Was it the 40s, 50s, 60s?
Judith of the East?
50s.
That's not the right answer. Anybody on the West like to take a shot at the decade when the cell phone was... Yes, go ahead, Eric.
1940s.
The 40s is right. It's 1947. And on that note, we'll end round two. The score 100 for the West, 70 for the East. All right, we start round three with the score, in fact, 110 for the West, 70 for the East. Guys, you have your work cut out for you. Heidi, let's get going.
There are a variety of file formats used for representing graphic images in a computer. One of those is referred to by the acronym JPEG. What does JPEG stand for?
West, Eric? West, Eric?
Joint Photographic Experts Group.
Hey, 10 points over there for the West. Okay. Buzz and then think, right? Go ahead.
In the decimal system, if I asked you how much is 2 times 5, you would say 10. But what is 2 times 5 in octal?
Here comes that octal. Eric?
1, 2.
You got it. Another 10 for the West. You guys are roaring ahead. Let's go, let's go. Okay, here's another video question. Guys, pay attention. The group you see on the screen here is the first rock band ever to be seen and heard live on the internet. And we see the group on the screen. There it is. Okay, the name of the group is Severe Tire Damage. The question is, where did this historic performance take place? Was it at Sun? Was it at Tandem? Was it at Xerox PARC? Or did it take place at Apple? Where did this historic first live internet concert take place? Steve West?
Xerox PARC.
That's right. Another 10 points. East, you're behind by 70 points. Here's a bonus round for you. You can pick up 30 of those points right now. This question is about emoticons, okay? These shorthand symbols used to express emotions in email or in chats. And we're going to show you, I hope, an emoticon on the screen. If not, I'll describe it. And I want you to tell me what emotion or action it represents. Can we see the first emoticon on the screen? Do we have it? What does this emoticon? It's a colon, a dash, and the letter O. What does that stand for? Consult and then give me your answer through Paul. What are we saying when we type colon, dash, and the letter O?
Surprise.
Yes, okay, surprise or shouting. Either one will do. Very good, 10 points. All right, can we take a look at the next emoticon, please, and tell me what emotion or action this symbol stands for? It's a brace, an asterisk, and a brace. If you did that online, what are you saying to someone? What does it stand for? A left brace, an asterisk, and a right brace.
A kiss?
Right, or, well, judges, what do you think? It's close, but not the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, it's a hug and mean a kiss, really. Hug, kiss. Okay, we'll give it to you. 10 points. All right, one more emoticon. You can get all 30 here if you can catch this next one. Let's take a look at the third emoticon. And if we can get it up on the screen, this is a colon, a dash, and 3 periods. What? Hey, quiet, please. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. No cheating here. If somebody sent that to you in an email message, what are they saying to you? See if you can get a clean sweep of 30 here. Go ahead.
I think it's drooling.
Drooling?
Yeah.
Drooling is right. Okay. Very well done. Well, they picked up 30 on that one. It is now 140 for the West. We're up to 100 over here. It's getting close. Heidi, ask the next question.
CD-ROMs are the hot storage medium now, but DVDs, or digital video discs, are just around the corner. In gigabytes, what is the capacity?
Steve Blank West?
4.7 gigabytes.
Right on the money. All right. Okay, we're ready for our next celebrity question, and this one comes from the Woz. Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple Computer, founder now of his new company Unison. Let's get the question from Steve Wozniak.
This question is, what processor was used in the Apple I computer?
And he ought to know. What was the processor used in the Apple I? Eric West?
The 6502.
You got it. Well done. Well done. All right, it's 160 West, 100 East. Go ahead, Heidi.
You've probably all seen the Intel Inside television commercials. These ads usually end with an audio signature or short musical jingle. How many notes are there in the Intel theme?
Think through that commercial now. Steve East?
4.
That's right. Anybody want to sing it? Bum, 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 bum.
Steve Jobs was recently quoted as saying that there are 2 very exciting things going on in computer software these days. One of them was the World Wide Web. What was the other one?
Steve Jobs, 2 exciting things. Paul East?
Object orientation.
Objects? Yep, fair enough. Exactly. Okay. All right. We're up to 120, 160. Go ahead, Heidi.
Cellular phones can now give you wireless access to the internet and online services. When they first were introduced 13 years ago in 1983, they were used primarily for voice conversations. In what American city was cellular phone service first introduced? Was it New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, or San Francisco?
Steve Blank on the West?
Chicago.
That's right. Another 10 for the East. Pulling away. All right, another question.
A non-technology product brand has come up with a new logo, which is a computer-generated composite image of the faces of 42 different women. Whose logo is it? Sarah Lee, Betty Crocker?
Steve Mills of the East?
Betty Crocker.
Right, Betty Crocker. Okay. 170 to 130.
One of the earliest forms of a mechanical information storage device was a Peruvian invention consisting of a cord with knotted strings of various colors attached. What was this device called? Was it a quipu, a machu, a pichu, or an atahualpa?
An ancient Peruvian computing device, Steve?
Obviously an Atahualpa.
No, I'm afraid not. Obviously.
Obviously not.
All right, want to take, I didn't hear, what's happening with the buzzers on the East Coast here? All right, Paul, go ahead.
Kipu.
Kipu is right.
All right.
Well done.
A well-known computer industry leader was recently quoted in Businessweek magazine as saying that in the future, quote, you turn on your network computer, the software shows up, there is no store to go to, there is no installation.
Eric of the West?
Larry Ellison of
You
Oracle.
got it, Larry Ellison. 180 to 140.
Chicago was the well-known code name inside Microsoft.
Judith of the East?
For Windows 95.
You didn't even hear any of this question, Judith. All right, West Coast, you get a shot. Ask the question.
Chicago was the well-known code name inside Microsoft for Windows 95. Another internal code name was O'Hare. For what product was that the code name? Was it Office, Plus, Access, or Works?
That was the question. O'Hare was the code name for what? West Coast, you get a shot at it, a free shot. Who's going to buzz in? Gordon?
I would say it's the Plus pack.
It was Plus, another 10 points for the East. That is the end of round 3, and at the end of round 3, it is 190 for the West, 140 for the East, 1 round to go. welcome back to round 4 of the 1996 Computer Bowl. 1 round to go, 50-point difference. Heidi, ask the next question.
Computer pioneer J. Presper Eckert once built an innovative machine called an oscullometer. What did it do?
What is an oscullometer? Built by J. Presper Eckert. Anybody study Latin? 5 seconds. Balls, give it a shot.
It studied the iris of the eye.
No.
That would be an oculometer.
Oh, wait a couple seconds. Go ahead, Dave.
Measured the power of a kiss.
Yes. It was a kissing machine. All right, next question, Heidi.
Computers and the internet have become hot topics for Hollywood these days. In 1995, there were 3 big films dealing with the subject of computers. They were The Net, Johnny Mnemonic, and Hackers. Can you rank these 3 movies by the amount of money they made?
Whoa, Gordon goes for it. Wes, go ahead.
1 Net.
Yes.
2 Hackers.
Sorry. East, I think you can figure this out, huh? How smart are you, IBM guys?
1 Net.
Yes.
Taught me on this, Stewart. 2 Johnny Mnemonic.
Yes.
Mnemonic. 3 Hackers.
Right, 10 points for the West. You guys obviously used a mnemonic for that question, right? All right, go ahead.
Email and online chats have given rise to a whole new lexicon of acronyms and abbreviations. In email shorthand, what does F2F stand for?
All East Coast.
Face to face.
You got it, a personal meeting. All right. We have another video question now, and you'll see on the screen a movie I'm sure you're all familiar with. It was computer generated. The movie is Toy Story, done by Pixar. And you can see a piece of the movie there. When Pixar went public last year, one person owned 80% of the company. Who was that? East Coast Paul Gillen.
Steve Jobs.
Yes, Steve Jobs. All right. All right, 200, 170. Getting close, Heidi.
In the CVAX, the microprocessor chip used in the DEC Microvax 2, a message was inscribed saying, in translation, Vax, when you care enough to steal the very best. What language was it written in and why?
This is a good question. Encoded on the chip said, Vax, when you care enough to steal the very best. What language was that written in? And why? Dave will give it a shot.
Chinese, because they expected it to be copied.
Pretty close, but no cigar. Anybody want to take a shot on the East? George?
Russian.
Because?
They expected it to be copied.
Yeah, good enough. All right, it's a 20-point spread favor the West. It's time for a bonus round over here, and you guys can either pull away or not pull away right now, so huddle up. We're going to talk about the Internet again. 2-letter codes are common on the Internet to identify countries. The United Kingdom is one of only a few countries that has 2 acceptable top-level domain name codes. What are they?
UK and GB.
10 points. Well done. UK and GB. Next Internet question on the Internet. What is the 2-letter top-level domain name for the Antarctica? And I'll give you some choices. Is it AQ, AX, AA, or AN? One of those is the 2-letter code name for the Antarctica.
Yes. It's not an AN. It's probably AQ. AQ or AX.
For 10 points.
AX.
You got it. Another 10 points. Well done. Well done. All right, for another 10 points, listen to this carefully. Top-level domain names on the Internet commonly include identifying suffixes such as com, org, net, edu, gov, or mil. There is one other such suffix which I didn't mention. What is it? There's one other which I did not mention. 5 seconds to go.
Did you say com?
Yes.
I did say com. That would have been too easy. Time is up.
We passed.
INT, international. INT is another suffix. Well, you got 2 or 3. So it's a 40-point spread right now. West Coast 220, 180 on the East. Okay, all right. We have our final celebrity question. Here now to ask the question is the Vice President of Technology for Netscape, Mark Andreessen. Mark, let's have your question.
In Netscape Navigator, what is the keyboard shortcut to view the fish cam?
Paul, give it a shot.
Control-Alt-F.
Yes! Darn good guess!
A common computer problem being discussed these days is often referred to as the Y2K problem. What is the Y2K problem?
Dave of the West?
Year 2000 problem.
0-0, exactly. Very well done. All right, 10 points for the West. All right, 230, 190, 40 points. You guys can still do it. Go ahead.
A recent poll of engineers asked them to vote for their favorite movie featuring an engineer's lead character or dealing significantly with an engineering topic. Of the following 4 movies, which came in first in this poll? Apollo 13, Jurassic Park, The China Syndrome, Star Trek Generations.
Favorite movie for engineers, Ted?
Star Trek.
Not correct. Steve?
Apollo 13.
You got it. Apollo 13 was the answer. All right, 50-point lead, 240, 190. Heidi?
One of the leading future research projects is called Things That Think. Where is this project based? Is it at Carnegie Mellon, Stanford, Caltech, or MIT?
Paul of the East?
MIT.
You got it. 10 points for the East. But, ladies and gentlemen, our time is up. Man just said time is up. It's all over. The score, 240 to 200. The winner and world champion of computer trivia is the Surfers from the West. Congratulations to our winners. Thanks to all of our contestants, all of you for joining us at the 8th Annual Computer Bowl.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by Acer America, proud supporters of intelligent programming, computer or otherwise. Additional funding provided by the employees of Adaptech, connecting the coolest, the hottest, the latest emerging technologies, global solutions through silicon design and software engineering. At Adaptech, we connect the world. And by Intel, the computer inside. Videotape copies of all Computer Chronicle shows are available for $32.50. Please order by show number and topic. And for more detailed information about the series, guests, and products featured, you can also order a subscription to the Cheifet letter. In each issue, Stewart provides his unique insights and thoughts about the fast-changing world of personal technology. Videotapes and the Cheifet letter can be ordered by calling 1-800-800-9520 or by writing us at the Computer Chronicles.